That's so cool.
So good.
Nice.
It's so relaxing. I just feel like I'm in Hawaii for a moment, right?
We
That's
all
what I
want
feel
to be
like.
on the islands, yes.
All right, looking outside though, I'm not sure if that's island weather that we're experiencing.
Well, okay, so here's, you know how a lot of times we say don't cancel your outdoor plans.
Right.
Here's why. Okay, so we started the newscast with this camera.
Okay.
And everything was socked in, everything was gray, it was windy, it was raining. It's partly cloudy now, and it's 20 degrees cooler. It feels great out there. So, this thunderstorms are no joke. Don't get me wrong. If you see one near you, you want to get inside, especially if you hear any kind of thunder. But if you can wait it out, it moves in, it moves through, and you're left with usually pretty calm weather. So that's what we're seeing right now on this camera. That's what we're seeing over a good part of the Wasatch Front. The storm is still going. It is not over by any stretch. In fact, it's gotten, well, as the storm is weakening, it's kicking out some very strong winds. We'll get to that in a second. But you can see the cell up here near Ogden and towards Uinta and Morgan and areas like that. Very strong cell. And we've seen winds about 60 miles per hour at times, gusts out of this cell. So that's something to keep our eyes on. You can see the storm that moved through Salt Lake a little bit earlier has now moved off to the east. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Ogden down towards Layton, this area that's in orange right here. That's where we're seeing those very strong winds. As the storms die, again, they kick out a lot of wind, and that's where we see some of the damaging winds that you get with thunderstorms when the storms are actually dying. You can see that system as it rolls all the way across the Great Salt Lake, holds together, and then hits the mountains, and now it's beginning to dissipate and again kick out those strong winds. Again, a lot of storms. We had the strong storm near Port of the Mountain a little bit earlier. That has pushed down towards Utah County. That's dissipating as well. Scattered storms around Vernal, just north of Vernal, up towards the Uintas. You can see strong storms in and around Moab currently, so that's something to keep our eye on. Possibly could see some flash flooding in this part of the state. Just to the west of Richfield right now, stronger storms moving in, and these are all moving into to the east. And so we're not done, but at least on that camera, and at least for parts of Salt Lake City right now, we are done for a while. 74 degrees, as I mentioned, it dropped. We're at the low right now for the day. 81 in Provo, we're 83 in Price, 95 in Moab, and 101 in St. George. So again, the backside of those thunderstorms, not so bad. Okay, here's what's going to happen tomorrow. So the moisture's in place. We get the daytime heating. We're going to fire up storms once again, mostly in central Utah, eastern Utah. We will see some isolated storms possible along the Wasatch Front. We get into Sunday afternoon, more widespread, better chance of storms here in northern Utah on the Wasatch Front. You can see pretty widespread throughout much of southern, central, and eastern Utah. Monday, here we go. We're all the way to the Idaho border. We're going to see, again, a lot of precipitation through the state. And every day it just gets a little more widespread. And you can see we even hold on to those going into Monday night. So again, look for the developing clouds in the afternoon. Keep your eye to the sky. Temperatures will be in the mid and upper 80s to the mid 90s here in central Utah. We'll see those developing storms in southern Utah as well. It'll still be hot, especially in the morning hours, but we get those developing clouds and thunderstorms in the afternoon. We hold on to this pattern in southern Utah through the weekend, and then we start to see things dry out. For northern Utah and surrounding areas, again, it'll be a warm day tomorrow, but then in the afternoon hours, we'll see those clouds popping. We'll see the chance of showers and thunderstorms developing as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. Upper 90s in Salt Lake once again with developing storms. Mid 90s around Sandy, low 90s in Eagle Mountain. We hold on to this pattern off and on Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. Again, Monday looks like the most widespread precipitation for the state. And then after that, we start to dry things out. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Pretty close to average for this time of year.
Almost as many lightning bolts as sunshine out there, huh?
And we haven't seen that in a while.
No, we haven't.